pay me back for all the meals and the clothes and the shelter. I don't know, there's like this heaviness and a little bit of sadness. It's kind of just like this mix of emotions. Why do you have so many burps and toots today? To prevent talking moistly. I just got nerfed.
They're not loud. Like, they're not like...
Yeah, they have nothing.
I'm all red.
Yeah, you're the boss babe.
And
Like
I'm
the
all
one
red.
at the end. That
Why do I have to be any of that?
I don't know.
Because we say so.
We're playing on pretend VR games.
Yeah.
And looked at it, mommy, and I'm all red. I saw
Yes, you are. Okay, so happy Wednesday. Happy. Why am I doing this? You got your cereal? Rice Krispies. God, I'm kind of late today. Little woman came in. Oh, there's Avia. Say hi, Avia. Look, I can pat you on the head, Avia. Look. The little woman came into my bed this morning saying she had a bad dream and then she fell asleep. So I had to snuggle her. She's still eating breakfast, so she kind of got up a little late this morning too because they were up late last night playing. So I'm gonna get her started on her work. So Avia, you need to get going, okay? Avia, honey, don't get distracted, okay? Just eat your breakfast so you can get your schoolwork done. She's not listening to me. Oh, you're turning 4, so you're gonna have one of those spoons now?
Look, they're gonna almost get to there.
Yeah? Here, you wanna put that away? I'll get the milk, put it back in the cupboard. Put it in the cupboard. Careful, don't spill it. Thank you. Watch your head. Wow, could that be any better of a, you guys see? What? My goodness me. Who cut the milk, Avia?
I tried to.
That was you? No, you have to ask for help, okay, next time? You understand? Okay, because that's...
just wanted, I when Dad was making big birthday, he did it.
Okay, go sit down and I'll bring your cereal over. I want you to do your... actually, wait on your journal and I'll grab you a new one, okay? Because I know you're finished your old journal book. So just do your morning binder.
My math.
Hold on, your math. And then you also are starting on your next Explode the Code book. Remember that also, okay? It's in your drawer. So math, binder, Explode the Code, handwriting. Do all those things and then I will get, and then if you need help with math, just ask me, but I'll be here. And then I will get you a new journal.
Handwriting because yesterday I forgot to do handwriting.
You did forget, that's right. So make sure you do them, but don't rush, okay? Do it properly and then come show me.
I'm gonna look at the back of my old Explode the Code so that I know what the next one looks like.
You made this by yourself?
Yep.
You did a good job.
We missing pieces because there's some that we can't see.
Well, you know what? One of these days when Daddy goes back down to the basement and we go through more boxes, I think we're going to have more tracks.
Yeah. We missing pieces because the no thing connected.
Right. What about that? You made that tower?
Yep.
Wow, I love it.
But it's breaking.
No, it's okay. It looks nice.
So that's what I did.
Very good. Don't let him fall. Don't let him fall off. Don't let him fall off. You're doing your handwriting right now? Okay, remember not to go off the lines. You see that one right there? That's a really, really good one with your A and your T. This one is getting sloppy because look, your A is past here and past there and also your T. So let's try to look at that one there and try to do it just like you did that one. Okay? Yes? Okay, and you did your Explode the Code already? Okay, you skipped one. What about that one there? You missed a line. Clop. Which one is clop? Okay, circle it then. Good. Tell me what they are.
Clown.
Clown.
Blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Blow.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud. Glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
Flower.
Yep.
Clock.
Good. You got a bar?
No.
Okay.
No, I got...
Well, it is a bar.
Food it is?
Yeah, raspberries.
I got raspberries.
Yes.
And one has a hole.
What do you want to show me?
You ready for this?
No, I'm never ready for
Tell me
it.
what to type in here.
What do you mean?
Just
What to
something
type?
small. Anything.
My name is Jen.
Alright. I'm gonna save it.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Cool.
It's a website now.
Oh, what? I don't want that to be my website. Is this on Code Academy?
No, so what they did...
It's not on Code Academy?
No, it is Code Academy.
Oh.
They showed a thing. It's called Visual Studio Code. It's a free thing where you can just do any code.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they showed me how to use it. Now I'm learning on the
Cool.
website
Cool.
how to do HTML. So
All right.
Now I'll be making lots of websites and selling things and getting rich.
Okay.
Do you have anything I can sell on the one?
No, but I get a cut of whatever you make.
no,
Pay me back for all the meals and the clothes and the shelter
Don't worry about
and the love.
it. Don't worry about
You
it.
owe me for the love. Why don't you go grab my laptop? Can you grab it? From, you know where I keep it, right? Okay, but look at me. Put that down because I want you to use 2 hands when you bring the laptop down. So just put that on your desk or whatever. Okay. Get the laptop and then I'll sign you in, okay? If you run out of space in that book of yours to do your mouth, just grab, you can just grab a printer paper for now.
Okay.
Because I don't necessarily have those exact, like, scrapbook things. So you can just use some paper to work out your problems. So, just read the words.
Clips, inches, bushes, bosses, bodies, ladies.
And then the sentence. Okay, give me 1 quick second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
A prepositional phrase is a group of words that begin, so it begins, okay? Begins with a preposition and it ends with a noun or a pronoun. This is what you would, parentheses.
So the mouth thing, it was like,
And
do
church.
you know the value of, and you can thing.
So what we have to remember is our list of list of prepositions. What would the object be?
Nutrients.
Yep.
Because of like,
Mm-hmm. So now you can do it.
Thank you.
Hey guys, so I had the intention of sitting here and folding laundry and chatting with you guys. Oh, my battery's gonna die. Darn it. Except I sat and I just started folding laundry and then I got it all folded and I never turned on the camera. So I'm just gonna chat with nothing else to do. I kind of just wanted to check in because we are in, I don't know, guys, is it week 5? I feel like it's week 6. It must be week 6 at this point of, you know, the distancing, the self-quarantine, self-isolation, however you want to call it. How it's just been going for us and what's new, if anything is new, and how everyone's holding up. So if you've caught any of my other videos at all, then you'll know that Mike is still at work. He's been working through this entire time. Nothing has changed there in, you know, like the sense that he gets up, he goes to work every day. He has been busier than normal. This is probably the busiest he's ever been, as you can imagine. Like I suspected, the battery died, and now I have all these like weird things on my screen that I don't want, but they're there, and we're just, I see it, you don't. Okay, anyway, I was gonna say next was in terms of us here at home, we are still homeschooling like always. I feel like, I think, okay, so at the beginning of all this, there was a video I posted, and it was like day 2, I think, of the official, you know, like stay at home sort of thing. And I was talking about how really it was not going to affect us that much in comparison to some people, because of the fact that we homeschool and, you know, Mike goes to work and we stay home and all that stuff. And I know a lot of people have been talking about, like I hear a lot of homeschoolers talking about, well, it is in fact very different because people have a perception that homeschoolers just stay home and do nothing else. And I totally get that, and I agree with that. Now, the difference for us a little bit though is that we don't have a second vehicle. We haven't had a second vehicle for a while. So when we did, we were definitely doing more during the day. But since we don't have a second vehicle, Mike takes the car to work, so it does limit, I'm just talking about us, you know, it does limit us a little bit more as to how much we get out during the day. In the sense of trips, we have to save those for like evenings, or Mike takes days off, or weekends. So it is a little different, but I get the notion of, you know, that in general, homeschooling is not just about staying home, I guess is sort of the message that, you know, homeschoolers want to get out there. And I completely agree with that. If anything, it gives you the flexibility to pick up and go wherever, whenever. You can make your schedule however you want. So anyway, but I did say that in a video. And if we're just talking about day-to-day scheduling, then I guess it hasn't been that different in affecting us. But the other thing to think about also is that because we, I guess maybe more heavily relied on extras, you know, for us to get out of the house. So things in the evenings, classes, groups, you know, all that church events and things like that. And then weekends, you know, like I said, Mike sometimes would take us some days and we'd have like a long weekend and we would plan outings and trips and things like that. It's kind of like, now that that's all gone, it's a little bit like, I don't know what the word is. It's what everybody is feeling. I'm not saying my situation is any worse than anyone else's. It's just, you can kind of see how everyone's in the same boat, but it affects everybody just like a little bit differently, you know? I would say for the most part, we're doing well. You know, like there's not anything really I could complain about. We are, you know, we have everything we need. We have been able to, you know, have the food supply that we need. We've taken minimal trips to go get extra things, extra meaning like, you know, just things we have to like replenish or whatever. Has been very minimal. I would say not even once a week. We have been doing that. We've been placing grocery orders when we can. They're a little bit harder to come by. You have to sort of plan ahead because nowadays you can't book a slot for like 2 weeks out is the soonest you can get. So we actually picked up a grocery order Monday, I think it was. We are continuing our homeschooling. I have relaxed a little bit on our homeschool days, a little bit. I don't know if the kids probably would be like, no, you haven't, but I feel like I have, in the sense of like, sometimes the kids would have, their friends would have a PA day or something like that. But if we were still doing school, then we're just still doing school, because there are days that we take off that they are not off, but they still go to school and they have to, you know, that's sort of, and that might seem like really like, whoa, Jen, but you know, you have to have a little bit of like order into what you're doing. But now that I, you know, knowing that everybody's at home, and I mean, their friends are doing some sense of schooling at home, trying to give the kids more opportunities to be social with their friends as much as they can, you know, with texting, FaceTiming, Zoom calls, just whenever it works. And if it's in the middle of the morning, if it's in the middle of the afternoon, we make time for that, because we can easily make up our school time whenever. You know, that's generally how you can do it. But now that extra we have nothing to do in the evenings, you know, if school goes a little bit later because we've taken more breaks during the day, then it's not a big deal. And I'm trying to just kind of give them leeway in that. I know that it's hard for them to be completely cut off from their friends, and I think that they're holding up well. Like, of course, like anybody else, they are sad and they miss everybody. But I think that that's what's helping. They're not keeping in contact with their friends. So there's that. And the same thing with myself, you know, just checking in with people and chatting with people whenever possible. Actually, last night, Mike and I, we had a Zoom call with our small group. So we're meeting weekly, doing that, so that's nice. We've had some friends come by and drop off little things, and we have plans to do that too. We're gonna do like a little, I don't know, kind of make the rounds and maybe bake some stuff and drop off some goodies to friends. So, you know, you find ways around it. Also, you have not so good days, and I feel like it's not really anything specific that will trigger it necessarily. Like I've mentioned that I try to keep the news and all that to a bare minimum. I will tune in usually once in the day at some point to kind of get the latest, to see if there's any new things that we need to know, any new measures that have been put in place, you know, and get an update that way. But I try not to like have the news running constantly, because basically it's just recycling the same stuff over and over again, and it like can get to you. I mean, even just a small, I mean, we're in a point where even just a small portion of the news is enough to get to you. Some days I just, you know, my motivation is down. Sometimes it's a few days in a row and I kind of just don't feel like doing anything, and I feel a little bit just defeated and a little bit just, I don't know, there's like this heaviness and a little bit of sadness. It's kind of just like this mix of emotions where you feel like you're sort of just taking on everything that is going on in the world, all of the feelings, you know? And I have just been letting myself kind of feel it. And sometimes you have a good cry. Sometimes I'll call Mike on the phone and chat about things. And it's like you do what you have to do to get through it, as opposed to ignoring it. My desk ran out of space, so apparently I'm getting hints that I've been talking too long. But anyway, I just wanted to just touch base with you guys and just tell you how we've been doing, and let me know in the comments how you're all doing during this time. All in all though, we're hanging in there and we're making the most of it. When the weather is nice, we get outside as much as possible. We bought if you watch some of our older vlogs, you saw that we got a basketball net, like for outside in front of our house. The kids have been loving that, like more so even than I thought. I thought I was kind of gonna have to like convince them to play with me, but as soon as the weather is nice, like they're like, are we gonna go out and play basketball? So we've been having a lot of fun with that. And you know, just game nights and movie nights, and you know, just sort of, like I said, trying to fill the time, but with quality things. Mike and I, every once in a while, to get away, like to be alone, to kind of have a date. I mean, we'll do date nights in, and we order HelloFresh. This is not an ad. We pay for it. We love it. So we get HelloFresh meals every couple weeks. And when we do, that'll be kind of like a date night for us. So we will like feed the kids first, and then we will actually a lot of times cook it together because it's like part of the fun, and we'll just put something on for the kids to watch or whatever, and then we have like a little date night downstairs. So that's been fun. That's something we used to do before anyway. And then every once in a while we might just get in the car and go nowhere. Like we may just literally go 5 minutes away to like an empty parking lot with like a coffee or something, and it's just quiet. It's quiet, we're alone, we can chat or do nothing. Like sometimes we just sit in the silence, to be honest with you. So that's been good too. So like literally you just have to be creative. You just have to be creative. You really do. And yeah, things are different. And maybe the like easy go-tos, you know, to fill time are not there. But this is when you can kind of just like get creative, basically. He's been working out with the boys downstairs. He's been slowly like collecting some workout stuff because he's been really getting into that like even since last year. The gyms are closed now. And so we've been setting up a little workout area downstairs in our basement. And if you guys know, we've been slowly like going through our basement, clearing up boxes and making room because we want to start fixing the basement up for some more space. And so he has a little gym area that he's been setting up down there, and he's been working out with the boys and they love it. Like it's just the time that they're getting together. So like he was already saying that even when this is all over, he's probably just going to continue working out at home with the boys because, you know, it's just all part of the time spent. And they're having a blast. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, everything's just coming up roses. We definitely have bad days, and I go into funks, you know? But all in all, it's really just keeping your mind. I actually did an Instagram stories about how keeping your mind on positive things, it's not to ignore what's happening. It's not to just like pretend that the reality of life is not there. I'm not talking about like escaping into some like fake world. I'm just saying that the more you put your mind on positive things, so like I said, for me, it's reading the Bible, getting into the word, listening to sermons, just like the more that I get God's word into my brain, and then I memorize it, and I know the promises, and I know who I am in Christ, and I know what he tells me and what I shouldn't worry about. Like the more that I repeat those things to myself, it's a lot harder to fill my mind with all of the negative things that get me down, do you know? And it makes me bounce back faster when I do get into a funk. So that is my suggestion. It's not about zoning out and like not thinking of anything. It's about thinking on good things. There. Anyway, I gotta go make lunch. So we're gonna go make lunch. I don't know what we're having, but we're gonna go make lunch, finish off our homeschool day, and yep, just be thankful. Be thankful for another day.
Mama,
Let's see what
Daddy
they did
sees
for me.
the one that you see from the bushes, that's that baby.
Want to see what they're gonna give me?
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're gonna plant some strawberries and sunflowers. Sunflowers and strawberries.
Mommy.
We're gonna plant some more plants.
And Mommy, sunflowers make it summer.
Give me some.
When you see sunflowers making it summer, then it will be super, a little bit sunny because they want to.
I'm waiting, Emily.
Why don't we say that it's too late for us now? Why do we stay when I blame you for the things that weigh me down? 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study your body, who gets the better version of you. I need the bitter truth. I need the better that girl you texting when I look away.
Why do you have so many burps and toots today? You don't know?
Give me that. Daddy, this isn't yours, Daddy.
There's little wraps there too, eh?
What? Yep, they're little. We're having Taco Wednesday.
Taco Wednesday?
I don't remember the last time we had
Taco
tacos.
Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
No, but it's not Tuesday. A wrap or a wipe?
Taco Tuesday, not Taco Wednesday.
You ever one of those?
You mean a
things?
napkin? Okay, chew what's in your mouth first. Chew what's in your mouth. So I'm having the taco shells because
Everly
they're
says.
gluten free. And I'm also having the
Gluten free.
not meat. What's it called?
High maintenance? Oh,
Right.
sorry. No. What do you need?
That means cheese.
You have cheese on your plate already.
I don't.
Yes you do. Look
I
on.
like this.
You like the red sauce?
Yeah. Aww. She's just a cutie ba-doody smoothie. Okay, cover up. No. No, you can't. You're not allowed to.
Look how extra big that spoon is
I know.
in your hand.
It's more fun when they bring it to your table and it's sizzling.
You're gonna cover up.
Mm-hmm.
You're loud.
Is it just something you say? Or is it the same? With that girl you texting when I look away. 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study your body, who gets the better version of you. I need the better.
You guys don't realize how mad I am that I didn't get my hair cut before quarantine.
I'll cut it right now for you.
I'm not gonna do anything crazy. There's been a lot of craziness going on during all this stuff. People, not just cutting their hair, people suddenly deciding they want bangs. It's like,
I almost dropped the nachos.
so I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying though.
Have you ever had bangs?
Yeah, oh yeah, oh no. I don't know. Have I?
I don't know. It feels like bangs are grounds for divorce.
I think, no. I think
Irreconcilable bangs.
I may have had like, you know, not just like
No, I decide.
straight across, but you know what I mean? Just kind of like that.
Swoop? Did you have swoop?
Anyway, all I was gonna say was, I had already been thinking earlier in the year, I was like, oh, my hair is like growing so fast. Like, it's not like crazy long, but considering I cut it pretty much to my shoulders, and that wasn't that long ago, it's grown quite a bit. And I was already thinking like, oh, I want to go get it cut again before like the hot weather hits, because that's when I'm the most annoyed by my hair. And now Justin Trudeau is telling us apparently this is gonna go right into summer, but he can't give us a definite date. All we know for sure is that these are unprecedented times.
Yeah.
And
These are moist.
therefore, unprecedented measures need to be taken to prevent talking moistly. If you don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't know how many of you are Canadian, you just need to go look up. It's so random, and I know it's gonna be like, what? Just anywhere on YouTube or any kind of social media, just look up Justin Trudeau or Prime Minister of Canada and talking moistly. Or is it speaking moistly? Talking moistly. Speaking moistly? I think it's speaking moistly. Anyway, just any of those keywords will take you to the video. I'm also slightly annoyed, actually I'm a lot annoyed, that I gave him a haircut. He gets a fresh new do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rockin'
Soon
the
it'll
cube.
be the boys next. Yeah, so just kind of putting that out there. I'm annoyed with myself that this is, you know.
Thumbs up if you want
This
me to
is
give
life
Jen
now.
a double reverse ombre with a half gainer.
What?
Totally.
Are we talking about a haircut still?
Double. Wow.
Jakey, come say hi. Jakey. Jakey Jake.
Let's do the TikTok video where I get
Jakey Jake, come here. Hey, Jakey Jake. Aww, my Jakey Jakers. Everybody loves a Jakey Jakers. A Jakey. Oh, you're so nice giving a paw. Oh, so many paws I'm getting. So many paws. One paw, two paw. Oh, yes, the paw and the paw. Oh, more paws.
It's all about the paws.
Jakey, oh, you're so nice, Jakey Jakers. I'm gonna say goodnight now at 9 minutes and 33 seconds. I'm gonna cut half of this out.
Oh, that'll be good then.
Good for nothing.
You're not giving me any
Yeah, follow me on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. TikTok.
Wow.
Okay, boomer.
You are too old for TikTok.